The big news today is the DOGE breakout signal, but can we trust it since it's going outside the 4-hour Bollinger Band sell signal right now? We'll go over those details and a bunch more in today's video. We're going to take a look at what's going on with the Altseason Copilot, and we're going to go into some updates on digital currency traders, and we have some new articles about recent pro alert signals that have been fired off recently. And I'm super excited about the automations that let me create those articles for the website now. Super awesome stuff. So I'm going to use this automation live here on the live stream to create an article from the DOGE signal that you can see down below here. So let's go back into DOGE, go to the Altseason panel, and I have a special on today. You can use the promo code 720 and 2 people can join up and save 30% off the Altseason Copilot membership for as long as you stay a member. You can also use this coupon code on the Pro Alerts if you would like to check that out as well. And there's a waiting list for that so that we can have a meeting and chat to see if this is actually something that's going to work for you. So, thanks for being here. I am on the chat and I have a question there. Do you trust this move in Dogecoin? Do you trust this signal? Is this something that we should be taking action on? And if you like to know more about our trading system, you can go over to the links down below and get the 7-day trial, learn the whole thing. And thousands of people have taken this course since I started teaching it in 2015. So it's really great stuff. Been proving it for a long time. And right now with the Altseason Copilot showing everything in alert status, it's time to be super ready. So we've got a bunch of coins in alert status, the pro alerts, and as they cross the EMAs and they cross our entry signal, we'll get those details and I'll create a new article on that. So let me switch panels and I'm going to run this automation. It goes into our spreadsheet and it grabs the latest trading data from the signals that are in hold status. Anything that is in pending and in hold status. Now it published it over onto Medium and it should now be updated as not pending, it should be as posted. So something went wrong on that. I'll have to check to see what went on, where that automation is. And then the automation puts the article into draft form here. So I should see that there is a new story in draft. And it'll have all the details and link off to our Tradingview screenshot. So there's the screenshot that I put out as the signal was setting up. And now you can see that it took a few days of just waiting. And as the system came up and hit there, our signal fired off. And it'll be added to the copy trading account up there that is sitting at 80% profit right now. It's not going to go any higher than 80% profit for a while because these trades won't close. I'll keep them open so long as they're profitable. But now let's go take a look at some of the coins that are in digital currency traders. Where'd we go? So I want to go back through LPT, ID, FET, IOTX, GRT. And when I was looking at these earlier, they all seem to be in this alphabetical range. So let me know if you're on the live stream, say hello in the chat, and let me know if you think the Dogecoin signal is something that we should be taking action on, or you think it's a fake out breakout and we're just going to get slammed down. I'll talk more about Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin later in the stream, but first I want to go through these charts that are in our list. So FET is in there. Yeah, so it's got a springboard trade signal. And there's nothing to do on this one. So long as the position size is small, we're good here. The stop loss can stay where it is. And I'm just going to wait it out. There's nothing for me to do on that one. Let me go back and forth here now. LPT and ID. ID is right here. So we can see the similar formation where it's come down to a bottom, made a 1, 2, 3, and we got into this on a 1, 2, 3 on the 4-hour time frame. So we're really in there close, looking for to get in when the 4-hour EMA crosses over as our signal, along with the break of the downtrend line and the 1, 2, 3 formation. This is often risky with the 1, 2, 3s on the 4-hour time frame. Most of the time, this is a fake out breakout, and it'll come back down just below the number 3 point and then take off after there. So we have to leave it to have room for some variability here. Now, LPT was the next one. Very similar chart formation here that we can see the bottom on June the 5th. 1, 2, 3 formation, crossed the EMAs, broke the downtrend line, so we can put a very small position on this and look for adding onto it. That's really great. Nothing to do in that one now for a while. ID, now IOTX and GRT. IOTX is a nice one. I like that chart. There's nothing to do on that. We're in a good position off of really good support from the past here. So I don't know anything about it, nothing about the future, but I like that chart pattern, so really good. Let's go back here now. IOTX, FET, GRT, ICP, ICP got me and then wicked me out, and I got back in, and I have to leave my stop loss back and just leave it have that time and that space. There's nothing for me to do there. Alice is in a different panel, and Mover is down at the bottom here. So Mover, we just got into that one. Still no details, can't tell, but it's close enough that we can stay and just leave the stop loss there. Really good. Now I'll go and find Alice. Alice took a beating out of me here. I didn't lose a lot of money, but it sure took a lot of time here. Watching in June, that was so rewarding to see it break out, and I left my stop just above the entry because I figured it would come back and consolidate and give me another add-on, but no, just more headaches. So now we got another starting position. Hey, Jake the Snake, you trust this dodge move? Let's go. I hope it is. That'll be great if it does. I'll go over Bitcoin dominance in a second, and we'll compare it against Ethereum versus Doge, and it's really pretty cool. But first, my short-term memories doesn't let me remember more than one of these. Moon, River, so I have to go now to the latest stories and scroll down past Moon. STX and ASTR is close. So this is another nice 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, really setting up. And our pro alerts, where's the alert status coins? There's 28 of them in alert status right now in the pro alerts, and we can see that the Altseason Copilot has a whole whack of them in alert status there too. So all of those coins are very likely making a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. The EMA has crossed over on the 4-hour time frame, but not yet on the 12-hour time frame. So it's like this little sliver window of opportunity that it's the time to go through and filter out a little bit into each of these. I don't know if they're going to continue on or not, and we'll take a look at Bitcoin dominance in a second. Let me go back to these latest stories again. ASTR, XRP, BCH is close. We'll look at our Bitcoin trading signal too. BCH. Good. So it got us in and came back, but nothing to do. It's a good position. I like the break of this downtrend line. Could have waited longer and got in a little bit later, but that's where it is. Bitcoin, what a great signal that was. So it's the same pattern as all of these different altcoins. All of these other altcoins are doing this same pattern. I don't know the future. I can't say it's going to do the same thing, but they're all doing this pattern. And so I don't want to be fooled and miss it. even if I'm just paper trading it and not really trading it, I want to watch these. I want my subconscious to start learning this pattern, because I can put a little wee bit in there and grow that little bit, and then I can grow what I have after that. So I really love this Bitcoin trade. I did move the stop loss just above the entry, and there's nothing to do here. I wouldn't move it any higher than that. I want to give it room, because if we go into Bitcoin, we can see that it is, well, the 4 hours widening up and giving room for it to go higher. But the 1 hour is giving us a shark feeding squeeze here, where it looks like it's going to get wild here for the weekend, and we're not just going to be going straight up here. Now let me go to the other panel of the altcoins. And what was it? XRP and STX. I knew it was down here. XRP. Oh, right. So XRP is really great. And one of the difficulties of watching trading news is that they give you the details that this coin has gone up this percentage in the last 24 hours or down this percentage in the last 24 hours. And you will see that on days like this, where the coin is moving up and down, whatever percentage this is, it's quite a big percentage in the coin. And if you see the news and you go, oh, gee, XRP is down 12% or something today, maybe I made a wrong mistake in getting into my trading signal. But that has nothing to do with the trading pattern and the change of direction, those little wee blips in the prices. So getting the perspective of where you are versus the 1, 2, 3 is the most important thing. So then you can keep your stop losses back below these technical levels. I still can't move the stop loss up on this. I could, but I won't, because I want to have my stop loss back to technical levels on this yet. And STX. Oh, we just got wicked into this one, and then it pulled back. There's another one that wicked me in like that, and I knew it as I was doing it, and I did it anyway, and I would do it again. EGLD, as it was taking off, I missed this entry signal here. I didn't scan the charts that day, and it took off, and it got that much range on me. So I put the order in, knowing that it's probably going to come back and consolidate, but I don't know. So I've got my stop loss back far enough that it can consolidate here and then go up, and I'll be okay. But just by missing that one day, this whole trade now becomes a much higher risk entry and a much more difficult trade to get that first toe in the mountain climbing, basically. So it's super key important. Now let me go to Bitcoin dominance. So we have Bitcoin here, which to me looks like it is ready to go on the weekly, and it's going to go, if I do a log chart, it's going to go like we did in 2017, where we're just breaking old highs and we're just about to go up an enormous amount. So this doesn't give us any perspective to show where it's probably going to go. It's insane, actually, from what I'm expecting in this. Yeah, $250,000 per Bitcoin. But I don't know, of course. So let me reset all this stuff and go back to a regular chart view. And since I don't know, I just want to have my stop above the entry and leave that potential open and filter it so that it can come back and not kick me out. Give it some room right now so that it can do some noise. Now, Bitcoin dominance, I'm unfortunately believing that it's going to be going up, and it's going to go a crazy, nasty up, and that the altcoins are not going to have a happy time of it. So let me just remove all my drawings here. This RSI is what makes me think that Bitcoin dominance is going to go way up from here, and I don't know. But that's what I want to protect against. Even though we have everything in alert status right now, we really have to be ready with our stop losses and be small on these initial entries. so that we can be filtering in to the coins that are proving us correct and then doubling down on those ones while we stay away from the coins that are actually dead projects and they might do a little pump or a spike. But there's the group of coins now that have gone past neutral, they're into alert status. This is filtering out already before Bitcoin dominance is dropping. It's already filtering out a group of about 50 or 70 coins out of the 300 that we're monitoring. To me, that's the front edge group. If we get a little bit into all of those and Bitcoin dominance does drop from here, we are going to be way, way ahead of the game. We're going to grow the number of Bitcoin that we have when Bitcoin's going up in the most phenomenal breakout that we've ever seen. Crazy. Let's fucking go. Nightbot Rex. Absolutely. This is absolutely madness time and the most crazy wild time as well. So the high leverage people are going to get smacked around big time as this starts to go. But as we do come down and we're giving a Bollinger Band mean reversion buy signal anytime down underneath these ranges, and we're bouncing off support, those are places where I have a lot more confidence than to be doing anything now from this signal. I would like it to come back just a little bit and squeeze into the 4 hour, come back and tuck in here, wreck everybody who's 100 times leveraged right now taking off. And if it pulls back into here and we can see our smart money indicator verifying that. So we saw the verifications on the 4 hour time frame. Really nice, broke out, confirmed the 4 hour. Now I want to see it come back and give it to us again on a really short time frame. From this top where we're getting the extreme reds and we're outside the bands. It's a weekend, it's time to kill everybody. It looks like a breakout. Hammer reversal candle on the hour. It looks like it's going to be noisy. So if we do come down to some inside levels here, I'll be watching for those green belly colors on the small time frames. So other than that, I am watching these alts and I'm taking action on them as they go so that I'm set up on them, and I'll exit on them if they do come down and touch those exits, and I'll exit back into Bitcoin. So that's it for this live stream, starting off talking about Doge. Where'd we go? Where's Doge? Doge versus BTC. Clear this off, put Bitcoin in the background and zoom in. Here we have Doge breaking out, whereas Ethereum is not breaking out. Oh, it's doing a hammer reversal candle there, though. So if Ethereum versus BTC starts to pick up, we're seeing Litecoin versus BTC picking up to follow along with Doge, then I'm having a lot more confidence in all of the other cryptos, but I'm super nervous about Bitcoin dominance going higher from here. And I'm watching these 1, 2, 3s, and I'll duck out and I'll put my money into Bitcoin because that's not a question. Anyway, thanks again for being here. 54 was a great ad. Can I take a look at CRO versus USD? I normally don't do requests because you don't really need me to look at CRO. You know the chart pattern. Let me get rid of this. CRO versus USDT. What's going on with my mouse? Yep. You know it. But the USDT value is good to, but I want to double check against the Bitcoin value, because you could have Bitcoin going way up and this will be going up and you're looking at your dollars going, yeah, mate, it's going up versus USDT. I'm doing good. But then you look at Bitcoin and you go, I should have been holding Bitcoin instead. So I want to filter that out by looking at CRO BTC. So then it's giving me the details that it's not breaking out yet. It's not giving me the time. It's not telling me to put my Bitcoin into CRO yet. Right now, Bitcoin is still stronger than CRO. So that's why I go through all the charts versus BTC, because it filters that first view for me where I can't see that. If I look at Doge versus BTC or ETH versus USD, I can't really see it. It keeps moving around and shifting and changing and all that. But if I do this, now it's obvious to me that it wasn't a good idea to be holding ETH during this last little bit here. So that filter is just super important, because we want to hold Bitcoin or cash and sometimes altcoins. So this is filtering out, should we be holding this altcoin or Bitcoin? For me, this one still hold Bitcoin, not Ethereum and not CRO. It was still the same as, so that then what I want to do is go through all of them and see which are the coins that are passing the filter. Just grab those ones, because there will be a little trickle of those coins that are passing the filter first. We get into those, and as everything else goes into a wave, that those first trickles are really where we're adding onto and we're making the greatest gains. And we've seen it wave after wave after wave in the Altseason Copilot over the years. And I don't have the other spreadsheet open to show many years, but way up along the top we can just see the recent time. But we've been doing this for so many years that we just know the waves coming in and out, in and out. So it's an important time to be ready, and it's a critical time to be ready to get back into Bitcoin too, because this is where I made my $500,000 trading mistake in 2017. I would have made $500,000 more money if I'd have left my money in Bitcoin instead of trying to get the altcoins during that run, because Bitcoin dominance was going down. No, it was going up during that period, and I didn't really understand it. So I kept holding my altcoins and didn't make as much money. I did really great, but didn't make as much. So thanks again for being here. You guys are awesome. You keep the channel going. If you guys weren't watching, I'd be doing something else for sure. And it helps my trading. It's really helped me to have you guys as an audience to improve my own trading, to stay with it, to stay watching it all the time and have all the data updated all the time. It's crazy. So there are 2 signups. Coupon code 720. You'll save 30% on the membership for your lifetime. Trade safe and keep those losses small.